Ever feel like you're just drowning in security alerts? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're going to explore how modern security platforms are really designed to cut through all that chaos. We'll look at the core challenges security teams are up against and see how a unified approach like the one from Rapid7 tries to solve them. So let's dive in. Okay, let's kick things off with a question, especially for anyone who's spent time in a security operations center, a SOC. Do you ever get that gut feeling that your security alerts are actually hiding the real threats? It's this crazy sense of being completely overwhelmed where the sheer volume of noise makes finding the actual signal feel almost impossible. And look, that feeling, it's not just in your head. It's real. Security teams are constantly battling alert fatigue, they're almost always understaffed, and they're trying to manage this tidal wave of data that's coming from everywhere. The cloud, on-prem servers, remote laptops, the whole shebang. It is the perfect storm for missing something really, really critical. So let's jump into part one, understanding the sheer scale of the modern security challenge. Because this isn't about a few extra alerts. We're talking about a massive, fundamental shift in the entire threat landscape. And the numbers? Whoa. They are staggering. Just to put a number on it, a security team can get hit with billions of events every single day. Just let that sink in for a second. Billions of data points to sift through just to find the one or two that actually signal a real attack. It's not like finding a needle in a haystack anymore. It's like trying to find a specific needle in a giant stack of other needles. So how in the world do you fight back against that kind of chaos? Well, this is where a strategic solution comes in, this SIEM, which stands for Security Information and Event Management. It's a tool that's designed specifically to bring some clarity and control back to the security team. So what is it really? At its heart, a SIEM is a platform that pulls all of your security data from all over your network into one central place. But it doesn't just collect it. It correlates it, it analyzes it, and it automatically spots potential security issues. You can kind of think of it as the central nervous system for a security operation. Okay, but how does it actually work? Well, it really boils down to this simple but powerful three-step process. First, it pulls in data from absolutely everywhere. Then, its analytical brain gets to work hunting for anything suspicious or straight-up malicious. And finally, and this is the most crucial part, it gives the response team clear, actionable alerts so they can shut a threat down before it blows up into a crisis. All right, but let's be real. A system like this is only as good as its performance, right? In a world of billions of alerts, you have to be able to trust your tools. So let's look at the proof. And we're not talking about marketing fluff here. We're looking at independently validated results from third-party testing. So for our first piece of proof, let's talk about endpoint reliability. This is all about how well the system protects the actual devices your team uses day in and day out. Laptops, servers, you name it. So in recent tests from AV Comparatives, and these guys are one of the most respected independent labs out there, the solution hit a 99.7% malware protection rate. That means it's incredibly good at stopping malicious files dead in their tracks. But honestly, this next number might be even more impressive. Zero false positives. This number is absolutely critical. It means the platform isn't just stopping threats, it's stopping the noise. This is how you directly fight that alert fatigue we talked about. No more chasing ghosts. Okay, let's broaden the scope a bit for our second proof point, platform leadership. It's one thing to do well in a single test. It's a whole other thing to show consistent excellence year after year. And this timeline really shows that consistency. Rapid7 launched its SIEM back in 2016, and in its very first year, it was recognized in the Gartner Magic Quadrant. And if you're not familiar, the Gartner Magic Quadrant is a huge deal in the tech world. It's like the gold standard for evaluating vendors. So to be included for 7 consecutive years, that shows a really remarkable long-term commitment to leading in a super competitive space. So we've seen the what, these really impressive results. But now let's get into the how. What's the tech that's actually driving this kind of performance? Let's peel back the layers and see what makes this platform different. It really comes down to 3 huge advantages. First, it was built for the cloud right from the start, which means it can easily scale with your organization without all the usual headaches. Second, and this is a massive differentiator, it's driven by frontline insight. Rapid7's own security team uses this exact platform to defend clients, which means every feature is battle-tested against real-world attacks before you ever see it. And finally, it's built to be useful for everyone on the team, from a brand new analyst to a senior detection engineer. The threat landscape is always changing, right? It never stands still. So a security platform can't either. The next major evolution is already here, and it's all being driven by artificial intelligence. Let's take a look at what's coming next. We're already seeing some incredibly powerful AI get integrated. For instance, AI triage can filter alerts with just mind-blowing accuracy. There are also these AI copilots that give analysts step-by-step guidance right in the middle of an investigation. And my personal favorite, AI-powered search, lets anyone hunt for threats just by typing in plain English. No complicated code needed. I mean, this isn't some far-off sci-fi stuff. This is happening right now. In all of these pieces, they're building toward the next big thing for the platform, something Rapid7 is calling Incident Command, a vision for a much more unified, AI-boosted command center for all security operations. And there's a quote here from the team that really just nails it. The end goal isn't just about finding threats anymore. It's about unifying everything, detection, response, even understanding your own weak spots, so that security teams can finally, truly feel confident that they are in control. Which brings us to the big final question you've got to ask yourself. The threats of tomorrow are going to be faster, smarter, and way more complex than anything we've seen. Is your security platform ready for them? Thanks for joining me on this one.